Well, here we are again. I've gone sniper rifle crazy, I swear. This is more of a hunting rifle I built for myself. It's .308 caliber. Remington short action. I made the magazine well. It fits it takes the Accuracy International magazine, or it'll take the Ruger, the new Ruger detachable magazine that they use on their new, I think they call it their Scout rifle. I'm going to try to show you how it works. There's the release button right there. Press that, she falls out. Good positive click. The Accuracy International magazine or the Ruger magazine just works beautifully in it. I was building mag wells that used M14 mag, and they work good too, but a lot of differences in the M14 mags, and I don't know, it seems like you have to fit every one to get it really reliable. And plus the fact it's a two-hand operation almost to put them in. They hook on the front and then rock back, and this is just plug and play. Anyway, I'll show you the other side. Not real sure how to pause this. Here's the other side. You can see I got a Leupold Mark IV on there. Bought the bullets, bought their new aluminum lens covers. Kind of expensive, but they're really cool. They're quiet, they seal well, I don't know, they work really good. Anyway, this has got a 26 3/4 inch Krieger barrel on it. It shoots incredibly good. I'll show you the first 3 shots out of the barrel. There they are right there. That's the first 3 shots out of the barrel at 200 yards. And I wasn't even looking at the target. I was more worried about breaking in the barrel and cleaning between shots. So I didn't pay that much attention to how it was shooting when it did that. This is another gun I built. This is where I got changed to using the Accuracy International magazines. You can tell that's an Accuracy International stock. It's got a Night Force scope on it. And again, short action Remington. Again, it's another .308. I am not known for doing anything in moderation. It seems like I kind of go overboard on everything I get into. 2 years ago, if you'd ever told me I'd paid over $300 for a scope, I'd told you you're out of your mind. Now I consider $1,500 a buy. So that's the Steve I showed you in a previous video. That's still the best shooter of all of them, consistently. It shoots under an inch at 200 all the time. And occasionally it gets under a half an inch at 200. It's just phenomenal. I machined the stock on that one. The Accuracy International stock here did improve this gun. This gun wasn't shooting all that well. I put the Accuracy International stock on it. And again, it shoots real well. I'll try to turn it around so you can see the other side. There's the other side of the gun. There's all my come-ups down there. I went hunting This is the other side of the Steve. You can see it's a little more finished than in the previous video. I got a little better light in here too. Outside the camera was kind of doing some weird things. But it's a shilling barrel. It's 22 inches long, number 6 contour, which is probably the ugliest contour there is. I won't use a number 6 contour again. Again, that's another Leupold. Same scope as on my hunting rifle back there, except for this one has a sunshade on it. Makes it look a little longer. But anyway, pretty much all of them seem to be occasionally shooting 1/4 minute angle. Can't do it all the time. Don't know if it's me or the gun. Tell you one bad thing about Leupold Mark IV scopes or Night Force scopes. You get one of them and you won't be happy with anything else ever again. Either Leupold or Night Force, the Leupold Mark IVs anyway, they are just phenomenal. I can read the print on my 200-yard targets. They're just phenomenal scopes. I think maybe I prefer the Night Force, but my opinion on that literally changes whichever day I go out to the range. Sometimes I think the Night Force is best, sometimes I think it's the Leupold. But they're all really good. This is a view of the bottom of that magwell system I built for the Remington. That's a Remington factory stock. That's one of those real flexible ones nobody likes. I actually like them. I love the feel of them. I know they're not the best stock for accuracy in the world, but I sure like them for a hunting gun. You definitely don't want to look too close at my inletting job on that. I was more concerned with the function of the magwell, and I kind of blew it for my front and back placement, because I actually made that magwell not out of an existing one, but just from scratch. And some of the magwells you buy have a great big tab that sticks out here. It looks really kind of military and kind of cool, but on the Accuracy International stock has a lever like that. 2 times while I was hunting, I bumped it and dropped the clip. Both times I heard it hit the ground. Didn't lose my $80 clip, but I decided that this recess system is just a lot better. You know, I like it. And anyway, that's that. This is the magwell for the M14 magazine, and it's I make a big deal out of it, like it's hard to work or something. But it's not. It's just not quite as easy as that one. So anyway, those are my guns. Yeah, this is what I used to consider a sniper rifle right here. I was strictly into sharps and old guns. I can't believe that I'm actually starting to shoot high-powered rifles. I built this gun quite a while ago. Like I say, I say it's the worst gun I ever built, but it's one of the best shooters. It doesn't shoot with the 308s, but real close. It'll shoot a 2-inch group at 200 yards. Pretty much every time. It's actually more consistent in the groups than the 308. They're just not as good. Every once in a while the 308s just stack them. But I had to say one more thing. I was bragging up the Leupold scopes and stuff, but a while ago I got suckered into a low price scope. Bought an Osprey scope, and I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, this is the Osprey scope. You can tell they kind of patterned it after a Night Force. It's got a lot of weight to it and stuff like that. And I bought it at the Reno gun show. The guy sold it to me for 150 bucks. It had mounts and scope caps on it. I thought, my God, the mounts and scope caps are almost worth that. I thought I'd give it a try. When I got it home, I looked at the mounts and the scope caps, and they were so shitty that I just couldn't believe it. I mean, the mounts put the gun, the scope, 1.5 inches over the top of the barrel. It was absolutely absurd. I mean, it was just horrible. The scope caps, they were so hard to open up, you'd actually pull the cap off the scope before it would pop open. I actually modified that a little bit. And then the hinge pins fell out. I mean, the scope caps and the mounts are pieces of junk. But I put the scope on a gun, and much to my surprise, the optics were very clear. I actually went hunting with it this year, and I thoroughly enjoyed the scope. I really didn't have a problem, but because the scope caps and the mounts were so bad, I didn't have much faith in it. But before I took it off, I replaced it with that Mark IV that's on my hunting rifle. Before I took it off, I torture tested this thing. I, cranked it up to the 500-yard setting, shot a group, cranked it back to the 100-yard setting, shot a group, cranked it up to 350, shot a group, up to 500, back to 200, out to 1,000, back to 100, and I'll be god danged if it didn't do almost as good as the Night Force. It put them right back into the 200-yard group whenever I came back down. The 8th minute angle clicks are a little flaky feeling, but the optics are very clear. I gotta admit, I wouldn't want to go to war with this thing just because I don't have any faith in it, but like I say, I can't put it down very much. They really need to put decent mounts and scope caps on it, or sell them without, because I think the scope's a pretty good scope, but everything else is junk. So that's my opinion. Anyway, more later. Bye.